Now, the Metro Nashville Police Department is beginning a new program where radio communications between police officers are going to become encrypted. Now, you know, the old thing of having a police scanner and listening to what police say. This has been something that's existed for a very long time. Well, that communication is now going to be encrypted. Things that are mostly listened to by journalists, human rights organizations, that's the main thing. And there's a lot of civilians who do pay attention to it, but it's mostly media and the public in news organizations, neighborhood watch groups, etc. that listen to it. Well, now they're not going to be able to anymore because the police have decided that communication must now be encrypted. The MNPD spokesperson, Don Aaron, said the decision is to help keep law enforcement and the public safe from harm. It is the same reason why public safety officials in Williamson County decided to do the same thing. The county is currently working to unveil a new radio system that has the ability to connect with the radio systems in Nashville. It also has the capability of blocking radio channels. With the new system, Williamson County will go from 20 channels to 300. The channels we use day in and day out respond to the public's need to be encrypted. Those that want to do harm to the public and first responders, if they're monitoring the tactics and how emergency services respond, we need to limit the access to that information. Jorgen says one of the main things they're worried about is the announcement of somebody carrying out a search warrant, and that anybody with a CB scanner, someone who, police scanner, can just hear that they're being, you know, the search warrants being searched on them right there, and then they can end up preparing for it. I mean, how many times has this actually happened in the history of the United States? I'm very skeptical of any claim that there is, when he said it can also help manage scenes and protect quote-unquote confidential information. The confidential information of our residents are compromised every day through radio traffic streaming sites on the internet. Harm can be inflicted in many forms. While we do not collect data on the physical harm scanner monitoring could have potentially caused, we do know that scanner traffic has compromised resident anonymity during incidents and jeopardized emergency responder safety during response. Now, the Metro Police have not been able to give a single example of people, the public, having access to police scanners actually causing a single fatality or even causing a single problem, which makes the whole claim that this is about public safety very suspicious. I think it's very obvious that this is being used to encrypt information that's being passed between members of a police department. Now, in the past, we've seen instances where police officers have been overheard, essentially admitting to crimes. One of the most famous incidents was that of Christopher Dorner, who was eventually cornered inside of a cabin, and the police chief was overheard by a CNN camera saying, "Okay, light it up," and then proceeded to set the cabin on fire rather than do their job of apprehending the suspect. That's what this is about. The police know in their communications that they are breaking the laws. They are committing human rights violations. And the desire here is to make sure that information does not become publicly available by people with an average street-level ability to make these recordings. And of course, this is very inconvenient to media who do listen to police scanners constantly during active shooter events to get more information without having to actually contact the police. But this is much more about covering up the incidents of misconduct between police officers towards the public. And that's what this is really about. And due to this, I think we can probably expect to see this technology being used for more police departments around the United States very soon. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.